everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a little sit down video. Sorry if you hear the lawnmowers outside. It's like been raining for days and it's still raining, so I don't really know why they're mowing, but they are, so if you hear that, I am sorry. But yeah, I wanted to do a little sit down, little chit chat with you guys and kind of just talk about some things that I learned along my healing and spiritual journey. And some of these things are like universal, like I think that everybody can take from them, and some of them are just personal to me, but I'm sure a lot of other people can relate to them as well. So let's get into it. So the first thing, and I feel like this is good to understand at any point if you don't understand it at all, is that your spiritual journey and your spiritual awakening is a never-ending cycle. A spiritual awakening is not like an event, like bitch, no. It's a series of events that I really don't feel like ever ends. If it does, I'm nowhere close, I can tell you that now. I have revelations like every single day, and I feel like that stems from the point of view of where your perspective can change everything. You can look at the same situation, like I do this all the time. I look back on the same situation over and over and over again, sometimes with a different perspective, and realize like, oh, this is really what was going on. This is really what I need to heal from. This is really why I feel this way. And so I feel like you just need to always focus on how far you've come and not how far you have to go, because there will always be steps to take. Like as humans, we're meant to evolve, otherwise we get bored. And especially if you're having a spiritual awakening, like you're meant to ascend. You're having it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's number one. Number two is learning to, one, stand still, and two, instead of numbing pain or freaking out or running from it, which I used to do drugs, I used to drink heavily, I used to, as a child, like emotionally eat, and even as an adult after I got sober, that was something I had to work on. But standing still and realizing it is okay sometimes to feel anxious, it is okay to feel depressed, it is okay to feel sad, it is okay to not know what you feel, but you know you just don't feel good. It's okay. And instead of running from it and numbing it, sit in it, stand still. Like they say, if you're burning, you gotta walk through the fire. You can't stand in it or you're gonna burn. So learning techniques to, for one, understand what you're feeling, because that's number one. If you don't know what you're feeling, you can't do anything about it. And that was what I had to do too. I did not used to know what real anxiety felt like, what depression felt like, what confusion felt like, what anger felt like. Like I didn't know what I was really feeling. So that was number one, is figuring out what you're feeling. Secondly, you have to acknowledge it. Don't like be too big to admit that, oh, I'm dealing with depression, or this, you know, this event is making me feel this way. Like I don't care. No, like it's okay. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Sit in it. I like to journal. I journal a lot. That really helps me. Releasing it in any way you can. So breathing, meditation. I do Reiki every week. Journaling is a really big one though for me, because I can just get it all out. I don't have to worry about, you know, anything. I can just get it out. So that was number two. Learning to acknowledge, heal, and release trauma instead of numbing it, because you will never release it if you're numbing it, and it's just going to continue. The same situations, like if you have a father wound, that same situation and that same wound is going to continue to manifest into your physical reality until you heal from it. So like for me, this is relevant to me. I have a father wound, right? It was continuing to manifest in my relationships with the men I was choosing, and I was continuing to be treated the same way and disrespected and etc. because I didn't heal from my father wound. So, and that goes with anything, your mother wound, just any traumatic events as a child, it will continue to manifest into your reality until you deal with it. And sometimes you don't even know what it is you have to heal from, because we suppress things into our subconscious mind that we don't want to remember. And that was another big thing for me too, was unlocking my memories, because when you go through trauma, you dissociate and you push things down and you don't remember them. And so that was obviously a big thing that triggered a lot of my healing, because I didn't remember most of my life at all. So once I started to bring back my memories and understand a little bit, that's when the healing came in and I had to do the work. But what was I saying? I have ADHD, so I'm sorry. I am sorry. I try to keep on track as best I can. I have a notebook here and it's kind of helping me. But yes, that was what I was saying. You have to heal from things in order to stop them from continuing to manifest into your reality. So again, going along with that now is generational curses. And this was a really big reason why I wanted to heal as well. Not only to manifest better things into my life, manifest better men, and whatever the case may be, but also I didn't want to pass it on to my daughter, because I fully believe what we do not heal from, we pass along to our kids, and it's not intentional a lot of the time, but we will do the exact same thing to our kids that happened to us if we don't heal from them. And that's what I was doing. You know, for a long time, how do I say this? I don't want to talk down to my mom, because I love my mom. She's passed, and I did have mother wounds too that I had to heal from, but she had such a pure heart and pure intention, so I really don't want to talk down on her. But basically the same things that I had healed from her to me, I was trying to do to my daughter. So I had to recognize that and really get real with myself and say, hold on, bitch, because we're not doing this. And unfortunately, you know, the father wound, I also did pass on to her. So yes, I didn't want to, you know, that's is what it is. That's done. And that sucks. But I didn't want to add to it, and I definitely want to make it as better as I can. And if not better, I at least want to learn, one, the techniques to heal, have the tools to heal, have the tools to work through things and process things, so I can pass those same tools on to her and help her process what she's gonna need to process. But also being emotionally intelligent and emotionally available enough to be there for her. Now, this is a really big one, in that life is about balance. There's no good, there is no bad, there is no right, there is no wrong. There is a sweet spot in the middle of everything where balance is found, and that is where you want to be, okay? Balance, when I had Reiki, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, my girl who does it on me, she was just like, your energy is very balanced. And I was like, that was the best compliment I've ever gotten, okay, because period. But yeah, life is about balance. And I feel like I used to be I didn't know that, but also I was always trying to, like, I would get really overwhelmed. I would say, this is wrong, I just don't know what to do. If this isn't right and this isn't right, then what do I do? Like, I was never able to find the balance. And so once I learned that lesson, that life is about balance, and that just really helped me to stop being overwhelmed, trying to figure everything out. So yeah, life is about balance. Now, I think we're on 4. This is a really big one, and let me start by saying people don't always, and most of the time they don't do this out of hate or out of spite or out of any negative intention, but people will push their projections onto you. People will push their insecurities and their fears onto you. And this is why I'm really careful about who I share my ideas with, if I even share them at all. And it's not because I think well, some people do, but it's not because I think certain people want to intentionally knock me down or stop me from where I'm headed or anything like that. But when people feel insecure in themselves, if they don't feel like they could achieve what it is that you're telling them that you want to achieve, they will push that fear out onto you and say, oh, no, don't do that, or this, and that, why you shouldn't do this, or push their insecurities or whatever it is. They'll push that onto you because they don't feel that way. It doesn't have anything to do with you, and it doesn't mean that you can't achieve it. It just means that they haven't healed from it. It's not their vision, and it's your vision. It was given to you, so you see it through, you do it, and you trust in yourself. And me personally, you can share it if you want. I don't share it. I just do it. I learned that the hard way. I just go. I just do it, and I just don't give a fuck. And that's number 5. Don't give a fuck. Okay? Because people are going to think you're crazy. People are going to think you're silly. People are going to think, well, I don't mean to. See, here I go, pushing projections. But I'm just saying, just don't give a fuck what people say. Don't give a fuck what people think. And yeah, I think that will help a lot, because, bitch, we don't give a fuck around here, okay? And the last point for today's video is, I don't know if I touched on this in the beginning or not, but that is the spiritual and physical is connected. Everything is connected. So I believe that everything that happens in the physical, there's a spiritual reason of why it manifested into the physical. And so by saying this, I feel as though having stored trauma and things that you need to heal from in your chakras, which there are 7 chakras in your body, or energy sources in your body, I believe that having trauma stored in any of those can cause just as much physical ailments as, like, you know, eating bad foods and pollution and stuff like that. And there have been like plenty of studies that have shown that too. Like if you know, have really a lot of trauma stored in your heart chakra that you haven't dealt with, like you might be more prone to get like breast cancer or things like that. And I think that, you know, I think it's just as important to heal from trauma and release energy that does not serve you and release energy that people push onto you as it is to keep your physical body healthy. I think it's just as important to do your mental work as it is to go work out at the gym. I think it all goes hand in hand. So these are just a few of the things that I have learned on my spiritual journey. I do have a couple more like videos / maybe series that I want to do touching on things like this. So if you have any questions or anything to add to this, let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.